This new comic version of Grievous doesn't match the Clone Wars at all, and when you compare them side by side, it's obvious. This new Star Wars Hyperspace Stories Grievous comic is complete nonsense, as it does not match Grievous's heroic character as seen in the Clone Wars TV show, which is canon. As stated previously, or if you're new to the channel, if you don't know why Grievous is a hero as a fact in Star Wars canon, go watch the video explaining the facts, but if you refuse to do so, that's on you, and I don't care. Anyway, let's get into the facts as always, as I was highly disappointed in this comic. The plot of this dumb comic is that this non-canon Grievous is sent by Dooku to distract the Jedi and take over this planet. This non-canon Grievous slaughters some people and forces the Jedi villains to arrive and stop him. This, in quotation, Grievous controls beasts to fight Jedi Carif Bay and his clones before losing control of them, and engages the Jedi villain in combat, killing him, but still failing to stop the clones. Sounds like a typical Clone Wars story, right? Not really. This sounds more like Legends Grievous story, as there were major points that go against the facts established from the Clone Wars Grievous, the hero. First one is that Grievous is acting out of character. General Grievous in Star Wars canon, primarily the Clone Wars, would never slaughter random people to lure evil Jedi to the planet because he is a hero, not a villain. This is out of his heroic character, which instantly means it's non-canon. As explained in several videos before, if a character was already heroic and now is somehow in quotation villainous, that's not the same character. If Optimus Prime from Transformers G1 started acting evil, then it's not him. Just like the dumb comic with Grievous trying to change stuff. So that's number one. The second one is Grievous doesn't question himself, and he knows he's a hero, not a beast. This BS comic had this Grievous, in quotation, questioning who he really was in the Clone Wars, and even opening up to Dooku. This Grievous said that people call him a beast, and maybe he is an, in quotation, beast. This is one of the dumbest things that again goes away from the facts already established in the Clone Wars. Grievous knows he's a hero, as seen in several scenes of the Clone Wars Grievous Intrigue episode.
Murderer! Is it murder to rid the galaxy of you, Jedi filth?
General, I knew one day I'd catch up to you.
Kenobi, what a surprise! I assume you are here to bring me to justice.
And the Clone Wars Lightsaber Duels video game, where he canonically says he's a hero himself.
I am a hero of two wars, Jedi. The first for my home world, the second for the galaxy.
This beasts, in quotation, animals, in quotation, like stuff is never been shown in the Clone Wars canon, and Grievous knows his place in the war. Kill the evil Jedi / Republic and fight for the galaxy with the CIS cause. This comic tries to make him look like he's just a machine with no goals, but we'll get into that later. The third one of this, in quotation, Grievous, calling himself a, in quotation, monster. This was the worst non-canon BS someone could ever put together. As just explained, Grievous knows he's a hero in the Clone Wars of canon. Grievous' intrigue shows Grievous reject the vile Jedi Eve Koff's statement of calling him a murderer, in quotation.
Reputation precedes you, General. The reputation of a coward and a murderer.
Murderer! Is it murder to rid the galaxy of you, Jedi filth?
As Grievous hates when people call him, in quotation, villain. Because why? Grievous knows he's a hero, you effing fools, and it's a fact. Again, Grievous is not no effing villain, as he's not cruel or malicious, and he does heroic actions objectively, not subjectively. The writer of this comic was so dumb, so dumb to even add that and call this so-called canon. This is when I knew the comic was non-canon, because it completely ignores the facts that Grievous is here in the Clone Wars show. Grievous knows he's not a villain or a murderer, and as stated before, Grievous is not delusional either, which you can go check out, link in the card right now. But he knows he's not delusional. So this is one of the dumbest things. This is one of the main problems with new Star Wars comics, which is why it is a hit and miss. The writers of these comics basically do their own thing and their own interpretations of the characters, leading to many inconsistencies between that and the TV shows / movies. Again, the TV shows / movies are the main canon that, as once it happens, it cannot be removed or changed at all, while the games and comics support the shows in the movies, but sometimes have inaccurate stuff. This is why General Grievous' heroic character cannot be changed in new shows / movies, as seen with Tales of the Empire, where his character must stay the same as George Lucas made him, the heroic antagonist that fights villain protagonist Jedi / Republic and kills zero innocents. That piece is not movable at all, which is why Grievous is a hero and will always be a hero in Star Wars canon. With that being said, this is how the comic writers are able to get away with their own twists and spins on the character. A dumb fool on Reddit said that this was the perfect balance of canon and Legends Grievous, which it isn't, because Grievous isn't even acting like Grievous. The issue with some, not all of these new comics featuring Grievous, is that they try to push this new BS characterization for him, which is what I explained before, of him just hating Jedi for no reason, serving the CIS for no reason, and killing people for no reason. No motivation, no nothing. Just a villain to be a villain, which is not Grievous in the Clone Wars, as he's not a villain, and 2, he's a hero with depth, and that's a fact. Again, this is how they're trying to make this non-canon Grievous, but claim it's the quote-unquote same Grievous from the Clone Wars when it's not. Grievous in the Clone Wars is seen having heroic motivation to kill all the evil Jedi. Never forget that the Jedi slaughtered Grievous' innocent people for no reason in canon of the Clone Wars, making Grievous a hero on revenge, which is heroic. That is his motivation, so he's not just an in quotation monster or beast running around killing evil Jedi in the Clone Wars. He has heroic goals of that and for the galaxy by helping the Separatist Alliance. So this whole comic of this non-canon Grievous saying his purpose is only to destroy is straight pathetic BS, as Grievous here doesn't even act like that in the Clone Wars show at all. So don't get fooled by this comic and think it's in quotation canon Grievous, because it's not. The Jedi still acted like the villains they are, and that's really it. It's really sad, because the writer of this comic previously wrote the Grievous hero in the Caliban comic from the Clone Wars Adventures, which actually got Grievous' heroic character right. If a comic says the Clone Wars, then you know it's Grievous hero. If it doesn't, then you have to check for yourself, like the Bounty Hunters and Yoda comic. Anyway, that's all General Grievous here, the factual Clone Wars, has to say. Like, subscribe, share if you're new, check out the shorts, hype the videos, turn on notifications, and you already know General Grievous' famous heroic quote: "I've been looking forward to meeting you." And remember, I'm a hero in Star Wars, Clone Wars of canon. Don't get fooled by that fake non-canon talking about I'm a monster and stuff. I would never even say such things, even though the comic ironically stole my heroic quote right there of that. Have a good day, y'all. Always remember that Grievous is here as a fact and not an opinion. Keep it factual and keep it real. Amen.